This is a Heart and Hand production.
Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight live from Ibrox after Rangers ended our pre-season friendlies, hooray, with a 2-2 draw against Middlesbrough. And in fact it was quite similar to the 2-2 draw we saw earlier this month with Bruges, Rangers falling 2 goals behind and then coming back to earn a draw. The manager named an experimental lineup, I think it's fair to say, and this game had all the feelings of a bit of a contractual obligation, because I don't think you're likely to see that side again. There were a lot of players who are unlikely to feature, didn't feature the other night, and unlikely to feature against Pana on Wednesday. Some kids, maybe somebody like Osama who's needing minutes, and then some guys who are on the fringes of the side. And Russell Martin said he was disappointed with what he said. He said he didn't like the warm-up, he didn't like the body language, and he said that if you are a player who's not playing, then what you need to do is go out there and show. Don't go out there and feel sorry for yourself. And he said he felt that that's what happened in the first half. And to be fair, Middlesbrough gave Rangers a chasing in that first half. They were bang up for it, roared on by 7,000 fans in the away, and I think they responded to that. And they were very decent, but Rangers made life easy for them. We just could not get anything going, and barely a chance worthy of the name. And Middlesbrough took the lead from a set piece. Rangers didn't deal with a corner, and it was forced home. Could have been 2-0 down when a lovely move by Middlesbrough was called incorrectly for offside, and then Rangers should have had a penalty, a wild decision from John Beaton. The whole stadium saw it. They saw it in Asda Govan, they saw it in Asda Tory Glen that it was a penalty, but it wasn't given. And Russell Martin was so frustrated by that at half time, he remonstrated with John Beaton and was sent to the stand. So welcome to Scottish football, Russell. This is what they're like up here. Rangers made changes after an hour, and the game changed when Rangers brought on a number of what we would consider first team players. We'd fallen 2 down by that stage, and again it was a set piece. Ball came in and just poor defending, not dealing with it. We've seen that too often last season, and that's something that needs eradicated, although again it's not a defence I'd expect to see that often. But with the more recognisable first team, Rangers pulled it back. The first goal came with a lovely ball in by Max Aarons, who was on the left wing again. He crossed it in with his right foot, and it was nodded home by Danilo. And then with about 10 minutes to go, Rangers scored from a set piece of our own. A corner brought a brilliant save from the Middlesbrough goalkeeper, but Finlay Curtis was alive to poke the ball home and get Rangers the equaliser. Finlay Curtis, I think, is a very good week, and I think will be used on Wednesday night, and he's in the team and he's scoring goals, and that's what's great about Finlay Curtis is he's not one of these wide players who'll chip in now and again with a goal. He'll chip in all season. He's a good finisher, and he'll have a dip as young players do, but he's certainly earning his corn in around the first team at the moment, and I think that we're all happy with him. In terms then of what we witnessed, I don't think any of the fringe players did much to change the manager's mind. He did have praise for Oscar Cortez, who he said he loved how hard he worked in his run. He said he was still lacking a bit of quality, but that's to be expected after such a long layoff. But I don't think that there's an awful lot of hope for some of the ones who started about becoming regular starters when the manager said he was impressed, and I quote, when the good ones came on, which I think tells you how he felt about it. So that's it done. I hope you'll be joining me, raising a glass of your preferred liquid. Mine, of course, will be something quite soft indeed. But to waving goodbye to pre-season fixtures, real football is back, and a massive game on Wednesday night. As we know, we go into it in a good place, 2-0 up, but we can't start slowly. We've started slowly in these games already this season. That's been an Achilles heel of Rangers for far too long. We have got to do something about that, but we're in a great position to come through that, qualify, and this time next week we'll be looking forward to starting our league campaign at Fir Park. I can't wait. Thanks for joining me. We'll have much more coverage of this over on Patreon on Heart and Hand, and if you want to see a live version of the Heart and Hand podcast, then just come and see us at New Edmiston House on the 15th of August. So until then, folks, I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye, everyone.